Hello, welcome to my videos and my blog. In this time, I'm going to talk about what happened on 2025 NBA Playoff Day 18, where yesterday there were played two games, one game for each conference. Where in the first game in the Eastern Conference, it was played the game two, where the Indiana Pacers did again the surprise in a back-to-back games and defeated the Cleveland Cavaliers 120 to 119. With this victory, the Pacers are leading the series 2-0. This is a surprise. I'm not gonna lie. And now the series will travel to Indianapolis for the game 3 and 4. And maybe the Caps are in dangerous because they most probably look like that the Pacers are gonna to win this series easily, and maybe they could sweep the series. So let's see what happens. And in the second game in the Western Conference, started the series between the Timberwolves and Warriors, where the Warriors did a surprise and defeated the Timberwolves 99 with 88. And with this victory, the Warriors took advantage of the series 1-0. So let's talk about a little more about this game. Let's start with the Caps 119, Pacers 120. Remember that in the first game, the Pacers did a surprise and defeated the Caps 121 to 112. To be honest, that was a surprise because I thought that the Caps were gonna to they were gonna to win the first game and they were the favorites. But I think that the Pacers experience playing in this kind of situation have made maybe the difference, and because the Caps have several starting players that haven't played in both games. But this was different because in this game it was a must to win the game for the Caps, where the Caps started to play in a very great way the game because they were leading this game easily in the first quarter. They were leading by 17-point difference, 52 by 15. Later in the second quarter, the Pacers reacted, but in the end, the Caps were leading the game in the halftime, 61 to 850. In the third quarter, I thought that the Pacers were going to adjust its basketball level, where in the game was very close, but in the end, the Caps increased the lead and they were leading by 20-point difference in the end of the third quarter. To be honest, I thought that the Caps got the game under control because started the fourth quarter, the Caps were leading the game by 20-point difference, but after that, the Pacers play better the fourth quarter. They know how to play this kind of games, and in the middle of the game, the quarter, the Caps were only leading the game by 7-point difference. But in the clutch time, the Pacers have been playing at tremendous basketball level. Well, with less than 40 seconds, 40 sorry, with less than 50 seconds to play, the Caps were leading the game by 7 point difference. They have the game under control, to be honest, but I thought that the Caps lost this game. The Pacers didn't win this game because the Caps made several mistakes, like the Thunders did yesterday. Because I think I know the Thunder did the last Monday. Because to be honest, I understand that the Pacers play better. They play better in the clutch time. I don't want to lie, but I think that the Caps made several mistakes that affected the game, because in the last three possessions of the game, after the Caps were leading the game by 5-point difference, 114 to 119, the Caps didn't score any basketball. They had two turnovers and they missed a shot, and for that reason the Pacers took advantage of that. But what happened in the last 10 seconds of the game, where the Pacers were losing 117 to 119, Halliburton scored the first free throws, and he missed the second free throw intentionally to grab the ball and to try to tie or win the game. Where he did that, he recovered the no one Pacers player recovered the ball, he gave the ball to Halliburton, and Halliburton took the ball. He far away from the paint, and he put in the three points target, and he scored the basketball, and this is the victory to the Caps 120 to 119. How I told you, the Pacers did a tremendous comeback. It was a tremendous performance from the Pacers, especially for Halliburton. But to be honest, the Caps lost this game in a very navy situation, because they had the game under control. How I told you, they were leading by 7-point difference with less than 50 seconds to play, but they couldn't know how to close the game. And this is congratulations for the Pacers because they won the game. With this victory, the Pacers are leading the series 2-0. This is a surprise for everyone, and I think that now that the series will travel to the Indianapolis for the game 3 and 4, I think that the Pacers are going to win this series because I don't see how the Caps can win the back-to-back games playing as a away team. I think if the Caps want to win this series, they need to win the game 3 is a must. If not, they are going to be eliminated. But I think that this series is going to be sweep because the Pacers I think that are playing in a very great basketball, and they are playing better than the Caps. So the best player for the Pacers the best player was one more to say Tyrese Haliburton, that scored 19 points with 9 rebounds and 4 assists, and he scored the winning basketball and led the Pacers to the victory. Remember that in the beginning of the playoff, it was a survey that say that the NBA players say that Tyrese Haliburton is the most overrated NBA player. I think that the Haliburton is gonna to using this as a motivation, and he's played a tremendous basketball level in this playoffs. And the other best players were Aaron Smith and Miles Turner with 23 points each one, and Benedict Maturin with 19 points. And and yesterday's second game in the Western Conference started the series between the Timberwolves and Warriors. The Golden State Warriors did a surprise and defeated the Minnesota Timberwolves 99-88. To be honest, I expected more about this series, especially for the Timberwolves, because they were saying a lot of things. Remember that they were very happy because they defeated my favorite team, Los Angeles Lakers, in 5 games, and they were saying, "Oh, we're gonna to defeat easily the Warriors or the Rockets, depending which team were gonna to qualify." That in this case was the Warriors, and they were gonna to have an easy series against any of these two teams. But to be honest, my favorite team, the Lakers, are a very bad team. They don't have a great centers forwards, and for that reason, the Timberwolves won that series. But to be honest, in this series, yesterday the Timberwolves looked very bad. They weren't compete against the Warriors, where the Warriors took the lead of the game since the second quarter. And they took that lead in the halftime. That was enough to win the game. Also, the Timberwolves didn't took advantage of the Steve Curry left the game in the middle of the second quarter, and the Warriors played the rest of the game, 2 quarters and half. Without Steve Curry, and even of that, they won this game easily. The Warriors were leading the game in most part of the game by 20-point difference. It was impossible for the Timberwolves to reduce the game to a less than 10-point difference, and in the end, the Warriors won the game 99-88. With this victory, the Warriors took the lead of the series 1-0, and I think that this is the first time in the NBA that all the road teams won the game 1. So no home team has won any game. So this is something rare. So something to say about this is that for the Warriors, today a few minutes ago, it was confirmed that Steve Curry has a grade 1 hamstring strain, and he's going to be out minimum by 1 week. So he's listed that tomorrow he's not going to play for the game 2. So I think that the Warriors are going to try to make some adjustment to try to win this series, because if Steve Curry is not going to return to the series, the most probably is that the Warriors are going to be eliminated. And the Timberwolves need to improve a lot, because yesterday they played a very bad basketball. It looked like that they made a lot of parties after they defeated the Lakers. I mean, they need to focus. If not, they're going to be eliminated. So I think that the Timberwolves are going to take advantage. The Steve Curry is going to play for tomorrow's game, the game 2, and the most probably the game 3. And I think the Timberwolves need to win these both games, or take advantage that the Steve Curry is not going to play. If not, they're going to be eliminated. So, how I told you, the Warriors took the lead of the series 1-0, and now they starting the series. So, what's next? Today, we'll have two games. Both games for conference. In the first game in the Eastern Conference, the Boston Celtics are going to receive the New York Knicks on the TD Garden in the Boston, Massachusetts. 19 o'clock Eastern time. Remember that the first game, the Knicks didn't surprise. They come back for a 20 points deficit and they defeated the Knicks in overtime 108 to 105. This was a surprise for everyone, but I think that the Knicks are going to make some adjustment, and I think that the Knicks are going to win this second game by more than 3-point difference, and they're going to tie the series. And in the second game of the day, in the Western Conference, the Oklahoma City Thunder will receive the Denver Nuggets on Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and I think 21:30 Eastern time. Remember that the first game, the Nuggets won the game in the last second of the game, where the Nuggets won the game 119 to 118. To be honest, I think that in this game, the Thunder dominated this game. They were leading the game by more than 7 point difference for most part of the game, but they couldn't close the game. Is the Thunder happening the same that happened yesterday to the Cavs, where both teams couldn't close the game. Pacers and Nuggets play better in the clutch time, and they could get the victory. But I think that the Nuggets have learned to what happened in the game one. I think that the Thunder are going to win this game by more than 2-point difference, and they are going to even the series. So, in this video, I talk about what happened yesterday, where in the NBA playoff day 18, we had two games in the Eastern Conference. The Pacers did a surprise, they come back and defeated the Cavs. With this victory, the Pacers are leading the series 2-0. And in the second game, started the Timberwolves Warriors series, where the Warriors did a surprise, defeated the Timberwolves, and they took the lead of the series. The only problem for the Warriors is that Steph Curry got injured. He left the game in the second quarter, and he didn't return to the game. And now it was informed that he had a grade 1 half-streak straight, and he's going to be out minimum for 1 week. So Steve Curry is going to miss the game 2 and 3, most probably. So the Warriors won it, and they are leading the series. And today we have two games, both games for conference. In the both games will be the game 4. I think that both games are going to win the home teams, the Celtics and the Thunders, and both series will be even. So I hope you like this video, and if you have any comment suggestion, you can write me in another social media platform. So see you next video. Gibran.